All right, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Also, want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and peace and love to the Lord's hopeful elect. Back at it with a quick epistle on how this truth, all right, it's really only for the Lord's hopeful elect. Although through the Spirit we prophesy unto all of our nation, as well as to these other heathen nations in that one wicked nation, Esau, Edom. Um, the truth and salvation, all right, it's only for a small remnant of the nation of Israel. And just because you're an Israelite doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to receive this truth and receive that salvation. All right, so we have to work out our own salvation through fear and trembling, giving diligence to make our calling and election sure. And if we do feel confounded, all right, if you are one of the Lord's chosen, there's going to be things that you're going to do, things that you're not going to do, man. And that's a good measure for us concerning other people, whether it be friends, family, etc., neighbors, etc., having that discernment, man. And we're going to need that discernment in the times to come. Now, of course, in Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation, those spirits, those wicked spirits are going to greatly be manifested. So it shouldn't be no issue, discerning the righteous versus the unrighteous, man. But again, just a quick epistle on how this truth is only for that small remnant of the nation of Israel, that salvation isn't for everybody. Well, salvation is only for the nation of Israel, but it gets even smaller. All right, that number gets even smaller because it's only going to be a small portion of the nation of Israel that's going to receive salvation, man, and receive that mercy during Jacob's trouble and be able to survive, man. All right, whether they be martyrs or not, the Lord's going to be with these particular individuals, man. So this is John 4 in verse 22. Ye worship ye know not what. So yeah, that's our people all day, every day. When it comes to idolatry, man, they don't know what they worship. They're still calling upon an idol, getting ready to celebrate these so-called holidays, and they're quick to try to tell you about the Bible. Quick to say, when it comes to blessings, won't he do it? Look at God. That's like all these catchphrases, man, that our people have, but they don't really know the true power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. They don't understand fear. They don't understand judgment. All they care about is prosperity. What the Lord can, the God that they believe, mind you, what he can do for them. All right. And have no accountability. There's no acknowledgement, of transgression, because they're really not concerned with keeping the law, because they feel that the law is done away with, man. So they don't know what they worship. We know what we worship. All right, for salvation is of the Jews, and again, man, only the nation of Israel, man, the Hebrew Israelites, and again, it's only a small remnant that's going to be saved. Verse 23: but the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. And that is what you see and hear on a daily basis via the prophets, man. All right. And the helpers of the prophets and listeners of the prophets, man. The one that's taking heed. You see this every day through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai throughout the four corners of the earth. These true worshipers, which is the Lord's hopeful elect, Lord willing, okay, they're the ones that's speaking the spirit of truth, man. All right, acknowledging that the true names Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh, verse 24, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. And we, a spirit of Yahweh Shai, prophecy and truth, man. All right, so all those lies, it's not going to sway us, man. We're the ones that's going to teach this thing the right way, both the good and the bad. Hey, we are prophesying there are terrible things to come, man. All right, earthquakes, famines, the mark of the beast, and they're going to try to implement that mark of the beast with great wrath. But there's also a great a great side to it, man. If we make it through it. which is the kingdom, which is that salvation, which is that perfection, all right, which is mercy. And we're balanced in our message towards the people through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. So yes, there's going to be bad, but there's also going to be good. And even now, man, the Lord, he blesses us, man. Every brother can testify, and the Lord is providing. Hey, this day where we woke up, brothers got roofs over their head, they got transportation to get to and fro, they got a sound mind to move in the fear of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Think about how many Israelites are going to wake up today that's in Babylon the Great, since it's morning time, and are not going to call upon the name, Yahweh or Yahweh Shah, or both. They may send up a thanks and prayer to an idol, you see, but that is what we're talking about, man. All right, the true worshipers are the ones that's going to wake up and say the water. That means thank you, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. The water, prayer and praying and fasting, doing epistles, teaching, rebuking, warning. All right, being a watchman. How many of our people are gonna hell? And that's just for those people who are gonna acknowledge the God of the Bible. A great portion of our people are not even going to acknowledge a higher power. Period. They're gonna get up and they're gonna go about their day with no type of protection, no type of acknowledgement at all, man. And we're warning our people that's not the way to move, especially as we get closer and closer to witnessing the power and wrath that is Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai. Man, we're prophesying great destruction is coming to this place. Judgment is going to get very, very tragic out here for you Israelites that weren't chose, man, to repent, man. And that's in Romans 8:29, predestination, man. Well, contrary to popular belief, we didn't choose to serve the Lord. The Lord already chose on whom he wanted to serve him, man. All right, everybody just can't come to the Lord. Can you just, even definitely in the military, for an example, take your any type of higher ranking member of the military, but especially when you talk about officers, lieutenant colonels, majors, you can't just walk up in their office like that. There is a process or a procedure to just walking in their office, man. All right, how much more Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, man. You can't just come, you can't even come to the Father and unless praying to Yahweh Shai. He is our mediator. So what make these people think they can just do whatever they want to when they can't even do that in their own job? You can't just talk shit to your boss. Y'all are scared of your boss because you'll lose your job. Why don't y'all have that fear towards Yahweh Shem Shah? Well, it goes back to predestination, man. Hey, the Lord chose some, and again, contrary to popular belief, he didn't choose some others, man. And that's just a harsh reality for a lot of people. Now again, if you are coming in, the spirit of truth. That's why we always teach, give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. It's automatic. You're going to do things and you're not going to do other things, man, in relation to the law. If you feel like you are chosen and you feel like, you're receiving the message, you believe in the Father, his son, you want salvation, well, there's things you're going to do, and keeping the law to the best of our ability, of course. And we're not going to teach contrary to that. All right. Whatever is written in this Bible, man, we're going to teach with the spirit of truth. We're not going to change it just because it doesn't sound appealing. We're talking about the great tribulation, the wrath, the persecution. That's something I rarely have ever heard in the so-called Christian church, about the persecution of the believers, man, because it is prophesied for the ones that believe in the Lord, all right, to be persecuted. That's, a damn Christian so-called, they'll look over that. Why? Because it's not a smooth saying, man. It's a very harsh reality, especially for that weaker vessel, which is the woman. Of course, she's going to skim over that and go to the prosperity. Of course, she's going to, skim over that and try to make herself a teacher of the Bible. The Lord delivered me out of that. I was in a congregation under a black female, man, and calling herself a pastor, man. And it was just absolutely ridiculous. Had us running around the damn church on New Year's Eve, all type of crazy shit, man. And I thank y'all about Shemal Shah for delivering me and the Akim and the Akwath, from that madness, which is confusion, which is idolatry. And guess what, man? We're warning our people. You got to come out of it. If you're chosen, or you think you're chosen, well, you're gonna do just that, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashah. Unfortunately, there's gonna be more people that don't make it than that makes it, man. And that's just a reality of what we're dealing with here. All right. Let's go to the book of Isaiah 8:20. And it reads, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Hey, that's a 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. There's no light in them. There's no, truth. Just like your boy TD Jakes that had that health scare the other day. It's because there's no light in him. There's no truth, man. He's a false prophet. It is what it is, man. All right. Just like anybody that's has a mega church, man. All right. Down to the lowest level in the country, man. In the little churches in the country, man. Down south, man, we got a church damn near on every corner. It's like multiple churches, man. You would think we will be prospering with all these churches around here, but again, man, the majority of our people are going to be given over into a lie, man. All right. In verse 21, and they shall pass through it hardly bested and hungry. All right. And we do know this word is food, spiritual first and foremost. It satisfies, our hunger and our thirst for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay. And it shall come to pass that when they shall be hungry, they shall fret themselves and curse the king and their God and look upward. Verse 22, and they shall look unto the earth and behold trouble and darkness. And that's what we're prophesying through the spirit, trouble and darkness. It sounds like a light thing if you not, in the spirit and meditating on it. Hey, we're saying, hey, the great tribulation, you don't know how bad it's going to be. The Lord have taught us this. It's going to be a time like this earth has never seen before, man. So you have to be able to meditate and really receive the words that's written in this book, man. Dimness of anguish, and they shall be driven to darkness. And again, man, back in verse 20, if they speak not according to this word, and that's how we discern certain individuals based off of what they're teaching, based off of what they're saying. If it isn't lining up with the will of Yahweh Shem Hawashah, it's because there's no truth in them, and they're probably not of the Lord's hopeful elect, which means they're going to be punished and put to death. It is what it is, man. It could be now, it could be in the middle of Jacob's trouble, or the Lord could, save those individuals for that lake of fire, okay, which is going to be brought by the nuclear missiles shot off in World War III, which you hear the rumors of right now. The Lord said, Matthew 24 chapter, there shall be wars and rumors of wars. You hear that, all right? And if you have any type of fear of the Lord, hey, you're going to make adjustments, man, because time is running out, man, for the play. You got individuals on this earth that's trying to go home, all right, trying to get what's coming to them, Lord willing, it's salvation, and we don't want to play anymore. All right, this ain't it. The women are all tainted, the children are out of their freaking mind, the men are weak now more than ever, regardless of their stature and their economic status. They're all a bunch of idiots, the majority of the men on earth, all right, especially our people. And we just don't want to play no more, man. All right, we're trying to get out of here. So the Lord, being merciful and loving towards his hopeful elect, he is going to let prophecy come to pass, man. The Lord is not a man that he should lie. He has no reason to lie to us about how bad the tribulation is going to be. The Lord has no reason to lie about a tribulation coming, period. Okay, the Lord's prophesied these things. The Lord said in Amos, I think 3:7. Let me see if I can get that. Amos 3:7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets, man. So these prophecies, man, it was only given to the prophets of the nation of Israel. And what you see and what you hear is the product of that. All right. It is the manifestation of that in real time. The Lord is dealing with certain men, on this earth that the people may not have thought to be great men. All right, but it's manifested now. In our humility, we're gaining this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and able to break down prophecies and teach it correctly, man. That is, a miracle. That's spiritual power. All right, and it's going to manifest until our wildest dreams and imagination, man, in relation to that kingdom. Okay. Let's go to the Thessalonians, Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed. And who is the wicked nation? All right, Esau, Edom, that's being revealed. The Lord revealed that unto his servants, the prophets. These guys didn't know that before the prophets were out here. They didn't know who Jacob and Esau was. All right, we was believing that those people over there in the Middle East were the children of the Lord with those hats, man, and those sideburns or whatever they got going on, man. All right, but now again, the Lord done revealed His secret. He done taught His men who the different nations are. All right, who we are. So that wicked is being revealed, as well as the fact that all of our people are not going to make it, and some of them are likened unto the wicked as well. All right, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And the Lord's doing that through the mouth of the prophets, man. All right, because we don't speak according to our own will. It is the spirit given to us that calls us to say the things that we say, man. Everybody don't believe that, but it is what it is. They'll see here pretty soon that this is real. This is a reality, and everything that we said through the spirit is real. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, that second coming, man, of Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. All right. In verse 9, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, man. That's your boy Esau Edom with everything that he has, man. The technology, the military might, the ability to manipulate weather. Elon Musk in his microchip technology, man, putting it in your forehead. All right, the mark of the beast. All these things, man. The ability, to make a paraplegic walk again and things like that. People are going to be in awe, and they are now, about this man. Look at the folly. Look at the NFL, the NBA, the Super Bowl coming up in February, and they spend a lot of money, man, into that whole show, and people are in awe. And it is, it's pretty big, man, big lights and all that, and again, people are in awe about that. So they think that this man is God, and we know better, man. Okay, we know better. In verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua shall send them strong delusions, that they shall believe a lie. There it is, man. That's the point, that the Lord is the one that has blinded, certain individuals, and have revealed and opened certain individuals' eyes, man. That's the Lord's hopeful elect, that he has opened their eyes. And there's the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, who the Lord have blinded. It is the Lord that does these things, man. We didn't pick and choose, man. All right. And again, you can get pissy about it because you don't like the way that sounds. And if you do, it's probably because, a hit dog or holler, right? If you're doing what you're supposed to do to the best of your ability, overall, you have nothing to worry about. Now, if you're one of these fake guys out here and you hear judgments coming, persecution is coming, 2/3 is going to be cut off, they don't like the way that sounds, man. Women have to be in order under a man. A lot of people hear that, especially women, and they don't like the way that sounds, man. It's because, again, a hit dog or holler. They're confounded in their spirit because they're wicked and they're not chose, man. So the things that we're able to understand, that's a good sign that you may be one of the Lord's chosen. We always speak with humility through the Spirit. We don't know, all right, but Amen. That's why the Lord say, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. Or you feel like you possibly are elected to do this, to receive salvation, well, you have to give that diligence, whatever your lot may be, whatever the Lord has given you, because the Lord has given brothers different measures and talents, man. All right, of talents. Every brother isn't a prophet. Every brother isn't a super teacher. All right, you got helpers of the prophets. You got the women. You got the children. All right, you got believers. All right, all these things, man. But whatever it is, for sure, you're not going to buck up against what the prophets are saying as it relates to the law and prophecy, man. Okay. Go to the book of Zechariah. A couple more precepts. Two more, actually. This is the book of Zechariah 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, two parts therein shall be cut off and die. This is the precept concerning the 2/3, man. That's it. That's the 2/3 right there that's going to be cut off and die from the nation of Israel. But the third shall be left therein. All right. And that's that 1/3 of the nation of Israel. I believe 2/3 is like 66%, something like that. I do believe. So just all the I don't know how many of us on this earth, man, or how many of us it is, period. I'm sure it's in the billions, but do the math on that, man. 66%, of a few billion people, a few billion Israelites, man. All right. That's a whole bunch of people that's not going to make it, and only 1/3 is going to make it. Verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire. All right. We're going through this great tribulation with faith. All right. And I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried, that they shall call on my name, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and I will hear them. And the Lord's doing that now. All right, we're praying to the Lord, praying for laborers for the harvest, praying that we understand that, and praying for prophecy, understand prophecy, and praying for the prophecy to actually come to pass. And the Lord is hearing us. All right, He's blessing us. He's getting brothers, in their positions to, their respective camps, and amongst different brothers, and He's training his men up to get ready to go through this fire. All right, and it's all for the glory of the Father and the Son, man. The Lord is going to get all the glory. And guess what? Eventually, the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Awashai, He is going to give, because He's loving and merciful, He is going to give us some of that glory as well. We will be perfect. All right. Won't have not one offense or blemish about us, man. That's what we're trying to get to. Why would you want to stay here and pretend, especially for you women? You're not perfect. All right. Look at all the makeup and shit that y'all wear, all the fake stuff. Come on, man. Stop fronting, Eve. All right. And the same thing for us men. We're not in our full strength. We short, a lot of us, overweight, underweight. You know what I mean? It's just health declining. We have to get out of here. This isn't it. And the Lord is offering us, all right, perfection. We know, as so-called blacks, especially so-called Latinos for sure, and so-called Native Americans, that we love to look good, man. We love to have nice things. That is a part of our culture, and it starts with Yahweh and that perfection. We all want to be perfect. Who are we kidding? We want to smell good. We want to look good. We want our hair to be a certain way. We want the finest of garments, man. Look at our people when it comes to all this stunting back in the day, bling bling, you know what I mean? And still to this day, just stunting, look at me, gloat, brag. Okay. And the Lord is offering us that in righteousness, man. All right. And we won't have to do it in wickedness, man. But there's a process, and this process starts with, repenting, acknowledging our faults, and then, going through this great tribulation with that faith and that obedience to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. They shall call upon my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my God, B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. And again, what I bring out, this 2/3, man, knowing that, man, we got to remember the fear of the Lord, knowing that the Lord picks and chooses who He wants, man, and that it's a bunch of destruction that's coming to this earth. We have to remember this in Proverbs 9 and verse 10. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, is the beginning of wisdom, and wisdom is required, man, to navigate this earth, period, man. All right. in such a way that you don't, get put to death or get put in further chains, man, be up in prison, or, be in harm's way. And the knowledge of the holy is understanding. So to be able to obtain wisdom, it starts with believing in the Lord first and foremost, and understanding that He can do any and everything at any moment, and that's the fear. And because of that fear, you're going to be obedient. All right. Faith without works is dead. You say that you believe in the Lord, but you don't be doing what He want to do. That's a problem. What He told you to do, like, that's a problem. The Lord, you claim that you love the Lord, especially for you women. Well, what did the Lord say? All right. Feed His sheep. Okay, and that even you women, man, doesn't mean that you have the lot of a prophet, but you still can teach good things, man. All right, just like it speaks of about the older women of our nation supposed to be teaching the younger women how to be keepers at home, etc. You know, uh, wives to one husband, etc. That's not what they teach. As far as what they present unto us via entertainment and shit like that, it's just pretty much do what you want. I don't need no man. They still on that weak ass shit, and look at our people because of it. We're absolutely destroyed, confused. Our young men are a bunch of murderers. Our young daughters are a bunch of whores. All right, and our men are a bunch of weak ass niggas, and our women are a bunch of masculine ass creatures, man. And this ain't it, man. All right. So we need to get out of here. And we have to remember that, hey, this is only for a small remnant. And your family, friends, etc., they may not make it. And that's, hey, we have to understand the process. We've prophesied. Guess what? If they don't make it, the Lord is going to restore His nation in that kingdom, man. They'll be back. All right. You need to worry about yourself first and foremost. And if the Lord is merciful and He's willing, He'll have mercy on you and your household. Okay. But we don't know that. So if we're feeling like we're called to do this, well, we have to put our best foot forward and lead, man. Because again, our friends and family, it seems like they don't really have this, man. All right. Now the Lord can have mercy upon them, but we're going to give diligence to make our calling and election sure, man. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. Till next time, Shalom.